Good morning, everyone. We're in the studio of Lyn Belisle, a local San Antonio artist. Good morning, Lyn. How are you?
Oh, Sandy, I'm fine. It is such a pleasure to see you. Thanks for visiting me.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you for the invitation. I have always loved your work, of course.
Back at you, girl.
Oh, thank you. And I would love for you to tell our fans what you do and tell us about your online classes and have at it, my dear.
Oh, good. Well, thank you. When you've been leading a life of art as long as I have, ever since I was a little kid, there's lots to tell. I think that the term mixed media probably describes it best because you can try lots of different things. I was an art major at Trinity in the 60s and went on to teach art for 35 years with special ed high school students and then went to Trinity University to teach art and graphic design. So because of that kind of crooked path, I've had lots of experience in lots of different media. Right now, I'm concentrating on my clay work, and one of the reasons that Sandy and I have such simpatico is because she and I both really like to work with faces as components in our work. And my Etsy shop is a real pleasure to me. I make little faces from press molds that I've taken in graveyards and sculpture gardens all over the country, including Key West and other places, and make these fired faces and sell them actually all over the world for spirit dolls. This is an example of a spirit doll. Get her down from her hanging post. There she is.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
Oh, she's there. You know, it's so funny when you make these spirit dolls. They sort of take on a life of themselves. It's always interesting to see them sort of be born. And one of the things I've learned during the kind of forced confinement of the pandemic is that there is a need for all of us to be creative. And that doesn't mean going out and painting landscapes or still lifes or whatever, but just making something that never existed before. So a lot of what I'm doing now is sharing ideas with other people through workshops online that they can do at their own pace. The Spirit Doll Workshop is one, but a lot of people just want something that they can do to make themselves feel accomplished. And so I've put up a couple of free workshops online. One has really taken off. It's called the Lotus Project, and it's about making these little lotus books. And almost 200 people are in this class. It's free, absolutely free, and I'm sure Sandy will give you the information. But these are based on little collage covers, and when you open them up, the reason they're called lotus books is because they open up like a lotus flower, and you can use them for journals or notes or whatever, and they make great gifts. You know, you can make one for somebody's birthday or whatever and fill it. So that's one of the projects, and the other one that is free is this one. And this matches your outfit, Sandy. Too bad everybody can't see how much this matches your outfit.
It's gorgeous.
And these are little paper pockets, and you can also, you know, it's an easy workshop to follow. So if you're feeling like you need a little uplift of creativity, please check those out.
And what is your website, and how can people find your online classes, Lyn?
Great question. It's just lynbelisle.com, and you'll see from the way it's spelled, where Sandy puts this up on Facebook, how to spell it, and from there's a link to my website on Teachable. I think there are 9 workshops up there now, and 3 of them are free. So please, I would love to have you, join in and create. As far as my own work is going right now, I'm doing encaustic, which is painting with beeswax. This is a little encaustic portrait. I use faces from a site called Flickr Commons, and I find faces that have been lost in history, and I use them as an inspiration for doing these paintings, which are covered with beeswax and then embellished. So I've combined a bee and this lovely little girl. She's from the 1920s. I don't know her history, but her face was just enchanting.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
Isn't she sweet? I think this is called The Beekeeper's Daughter. I'm also doing speaking of bees, I'm doing a project. These are little clay dishes. They say Be Beautiful, and these are a benefit for the Honeybee Conservancy. As an encaustic artist, bees are important to me and to the whole world. So a portion of these sales, which are sold at Marta Stafford's gallery, go to the Honeybee Conservancy. And I'm doing some fiber work, and I'm in several shows right now. One is a virtual show from the International Encaustic Association called Vignettes in Wax and Words, and I'll have a piece at the Carver this November. So I'm keeping busy myself, but I think mainly right now it's important to me to share what I can with people who could use a bit of creativity in their lives as both a distraction and an enrichment. It's really nice to be able to feel like a community, even though we may be separate geographically. This is one of my little clay spirit dolls. I like the idea of spirit dolls. There's something about them that's so ancient. If you go back and look through history, people have been making these little cherished guardians for
she's
centuries.
gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
She's just gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I've always loved your work, and I want to thank you again for inviting us into your studio.
Oh, Sandy, thank you. I think this project that you're doing is absolutely terrific. We need more sharing. We need more community. And artists like you who are making that happen are just great. So thanks again.
Thank you. Have a great afternoon.
And you too.
Thank you.